你那个帮我先看一下那个，他这个打针有一点点小小的要求，收了。人是这个，但是有小小的要求。我们这个 PPT 还是。
All the contents in the vial, white, milky liquid. Invert the system and carefully withdraw 2 milliliters of Soloview into the syringe for echocardiographic implications, or 2.4 milliliters for macro and microvascular implications. Unscrew the syringe from the transfer system.
Every project
Yes.
is very low.
Yes.
So it's better for you to take the albumin by IV
Okay.
to inform you. Because
No worries.
if one low, the water they will come by with the IV.
Okay.
Yeah, because
And at the same time, we also have, this is the herbal medicine for your discomfort. Yes. We also have another kind of herb.
what's your question?
Okay, so I have a few things that I just want to clarify with you, of course. So we talked about...
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Do you think though that it is too late now to stop the cancers from growing? You think they become too aggressive? And because it's just been 2 months, 3 months since my last PET scan, and if you say, yesterday you say it's grown very big. So today's my first first day of chemotherapy, which kind of sucks, but I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit different this time. The technique that they're using over here in China is completely different to what I've been having so far, and I'm hoping that will result in a lot less side effects, like what I experienced last time. A lot less nausea and vomiting, and I suppose the mouth ulcers and losing your fingernails and all that sort of stuff, through the way that the chemotherapy is administered over here. The idea is that that those side effects are minimised, if not almost eliminated. So it's a little bit nervous, but it's going to be pretty easy, I think. It's a little bit different than just sort of getting a cannula put into your wrist. I'm going upstairs into the operating theatre, and they'll give me a local anaesthetic and in my thigh, in my leg, and then using ultrasound they'll inject a larger, bigger cannula in through my thigh into the main artery that runs down my leg, and then they'll inject a small amount of chemo through that vein. The chemo has kind of been reduced down in size, kind of like, reduced but more concentrated, and it's called nanoparticle chemotherapy. So the way that I imagine it is it's kind of almost got a grainy feel to it, although you may not be able to feel it, feel those grains. They'd be a lot smaller, I presume, but that's how I kind of imagine it. And the idea is that when they inject the chemo into your body, it travels through the vein to where the tumours are, and those little grainy bits, I suppose, actually block the blood vessels that supply the tumour. So once the chemotherapy goes inside the tumour, the little grainy bits kind of act like a door and block the blood vessels on either side and trap the chemotherapy inside the tumour itself, where it stays for a long period of time, a few hours before the doors open or the grainy bits dissolve, and then the chemo drugs are then flushed through your system and out. The fact that the chemotherapy doesn't get administered into a vein in, say, your arm and then travel all the way through your body is the reason why that they say the side effects are minimal. Is because the chemo drugs are targeted to the particular area that the tumours are in, and they don't get exposed, or they only get exposed for a very short period of time to the other areas of your body where the healthy cells are in majority. So, for example, where into your scalp or into your nail bed, into your mouth, so that's what causes all those problems, hair falling out, the nails falling out. So so I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit easier this time, but we'll see how we go. So I've got this one today, and then I am backing it up with some more chemotherapy tomorrow and possibly the next day, just because of the extent of tumours so far since I got here, or since I last finished treatment a couple of months ago. Unfortunately, the tumours have progressed quite considerably, so I need to, I suppose, use as much chemotherapy as I can to get control of it before I undergo the cryosurgery. So anyway, that's what's up to today. It's going to happen in about 15 minutes. I'll be leaving, and I'll see how I go. I'll let you know.
Well, I don't know how it works exactly, but I can see on the computer screen there's a button. They inserted like a small tube up into the vein, and then they inserted like a skinny tube inside the tube, all the way up my vein. I think it came all the way up here, so I could feel it moving around. But yeah, I couldn't see everything, so I don't know exactly what was going on. Yeah, it kind of hurt. That kind of didn't either as well, but hard to explain. Really uncomfortable. It's not something I really want to do. No, easier. As long as I don't get the sun. That's the only thing I can't imagine why I don't have much I'm doing both. Those two particular tumours. Don't have it, okay. Just having visions of me in there, inside the cancer, with a flamethrower. And I was like, all these little cells are like running and screaming like, ah, and I'm like, rah. And they're all like running around screaming and like crying, and I'm just like burning them with this